so much for coming back and joining me on my YouTube channel, Supreme Comics Girl. So, as I am a big fan of Star Wars and I absolutely love Mark Hamill and I do follow him on Twitter, I wanted to come on and talk about this. Now, I know I'm a wee bit late to the party, but obviously I don't use Twitter as often as I should because there has been a whole big fiasco Star Wars fan war going on Twitter since the 16th of January, and I really wanted to talk about it because me and my friend were talking about it and we talk a lot about Star Wars, and I thought that I would come on and talk about my thoughts on this. So Luke Skywalker, as we know, a de-aged version of him, returned at the final episode, the finale of season 2 of the wonderful series on Disney Plus, The Mandalorian. And that was actually directed by the director that did the movie Ant-Man, Peyton Reed. Now, Peyton Reed went onto Twitter and, left Mark Hamill a nice, heartfelt tweet, basically saying, thanks for, it was great to work with you, basically, on it. And that he had this old picture of him on his wall when he was younger, and people are going crazy. Now, I am actually going to read out what this is all about because I can't believe that this is even a thing, and it just goes to show that people cannot just let things go with The Last Jedi. Now, I personally do not like the movie The Last Jedi. I don't like Rian Johnson's direction with it, neither did Mark Hamill. He was the most optimistic character in the galaxy. He would never have give up. He was always wanting to learn more and more, and he never would have give up on the Force. He never would have ran away. He never would have give up or wallowed or whatever. But anyway, this is the tweet that Peyton Reed, the director of Ant-Man and the director of the last episode of The Mandalorian Season 2. Dear at Hamill himself, that's his Twitter handle, Mark Hamill's Twitter handle. When I was a kid, this photo on my bedroom wall, and I will bring it up, guys, Star Wars and Luke Skywalker in particular meant a great deal to me. Some things never change. It was an honour and a dream come true to work with you on the Mandalorian. Thank you. And then hashtag, and then the letters, of course, that make up May the Force be with you in capital letters. Now, as you can see the photograph, okay, that is a very old photograph of Luke Skywalker, aka Mark Hamill, aka the Joker. I actually have a Joker graphic novel behind me, which I will be reviewing soon. Just putting that out there. But yes, that is what he had said. And then Mark Hamill wrote back saying, I am so grateful to have been given the unexpected opportunity to revisit my character when he was still a symbol of hope and optimism. Your assured direction and kindness was a crucial element in the experience and means more to me than I can say. Hashtag thank you with, a thank you emoji from Mark Hamill. So this, believe it or not, guys, has caused a massive uproar. And I can just see here from the very first reply that I can see, apologise to Rian Johnson, Mark Hamill, right now. This is classless, to be honest. I really wish you, and then another person saying, I really wish you would stop throwing shade at the Last Jedi character, which in my opinion was your best version and portrayal of Luke. Stuff like this only empowers the alt-right trolls who hated that movie and gives them more ammo to perpetrate the hate. Sincerely, a fan. Right, I'm just going to be honest here. I think this is absolutely outright insane because, okay, we have known for years, first of all, that Mark Hamill didn't like the direction that Rian Johnson took. However, he did say, and I have heard him say on an interview, that he still respects him as someone who he is working with. He still respects him as a director because, let's face it, Rian Johnson's job was to direct. He directed the movie. Did he do it in a good way? Personally, no, not in my opinion. There was elements of the movie that I did like. There was visuals of the movie that I did like. But did I like it as a whole? No. Did I like the direction of Luke Skywalker's character? No. I felt that it dishonoured the character that he was before that movie. Only my opinion. If you love Luke Skywalker's character in The Last Jedi, that is great for you. Happy days. I am not going to change how anybody feels. However, Mark Hamill let's face it, has played this character for many, many years, and it is really dear to him and really means a lot to him and dear to his heart. So if Mark Hamill felt that his character was no longer optimistic and, no longer a character, a Jedi of hope, then that's fine. And I will be honest, I do agree with him. It's saying when my character was still a symbol of hope and optimism. Okay? Now, to me, he wasn't a symbol of hope and optimism in The Last Jedi. Now, again, that is only my opinion. If you see that in a different way, that's absolutely fine. Feel free to give me your opinions in the comments. To me, he was a farmer. He didn't know, in the original trilogy, he didn't know what lay ahead of him. And, he became one of the most optimistic characters in the galaxy. And, he risked his life for, and I stress the word, a chance. And it was a chance, guys, to save his father's life. So for him in The Last Jedi, to even think, and I still wish someone could explain this to me, to even think of going in and killing a young student in their sleep. To me, I just don't get that. He was a Jedi that never wanted to give up. And that's the thing that I love about, I do follow Mark Hamill on Twitter. I love about his, his like little biography section. It says, believe in yourself, work hard, never give up, and anything's possible, right? So never give up. And I feel he's wrote that for that reason, because he never would have give up. Luke Skywalker never would have give up. This is what I'm trying to say. So he would never have wanted to stop learning. He was always wanting to learn more and always wanting to be better and do better. He never would have ran away. He never would have sat and wallowed. So it is so sad, I think, that he's not allowed to have an opinion. This isn't something that's new. I want to stress, this isn't something that's new. I have known for many years and seen many of interviews and many of tweets. This is not new, brand new information, guys. Mark Hamill has always said that he was the most optimistic character in the galaxy and that he was a symbol of hope. That was his character in a nutshell, pretty much. And he didn't like the direction. That's not my Luke Skywalker. He literally said, that's not my Luke Skywalker. So how is him saying, I am so grateful to have been given the unexpected opportunity to revisit my character when he was still a symbol of hope and optimism? How is that offending anybody? This is not new information. Did nobody hear about this many years ago? And it's so sad to me that there's people in the comments saying really bad cursing words, and it's not very ladylike, and I wouldn't want to curse on my YouTube channel. I think it's wrong. Plus also my parents watch my video. Hi mom, hi dad. Anyways, moving on. The tweets are awful. There is and this has been going on from the 16th of January, right? So like 3 days, right? And people are arguing, and it just amazes me. Like, do people not have better things to do with their time? It is unbelievable, and Mark Hamill should be allowed to write that. There's nothing wrong with that. And everybody's saying that he's throwing shade at Disney, he's throwing shade at Rian Johnson, and that he should apologise to Rian Johnson. Why should he apologise to Rian Johnson? All he is saying is that it's quite clear what he's saying. We all know what he's saying. His character in the original trilogy had hope and optimism. He has said many times, this is not new information, this is years old information, that he did not feel that the character in The Last Jedi had hope and optimism. And he also even said he didn't even understand why he was going to the gym. And he felt like, what for? To walk about and wallow like a hermit? I don't understand why I was going and doing like heavy gym training every day. To just stand there. Do you know what I mean? And to me, I feel that his character was, sort of dumbed down in that movie to make Rey look like more of a, now that is only my opinion. And the reason why people loved this, the thought of Luke Skywalker, the fact that Luke Skywalker turned up at the very end of the last episode of The Mandalorian Season 2 was because everyone was like, oh my gosh, we didn't like his character in The Last Jedi, and now look, this is the Luke Skywalker that we love and we just have so true, near to our heart. And yes, that's why there was such a big, massive talk about it online. People were doing reactions and they were, crying. I cried myself. I didn't do a reaction of me watching it, but I did do a review. And yes, it was a beautiful moment, and it was sad at the same time. But it was fantastic and a real shock and surprise for him to be there at the final moment, and then for Mando to hand him over to Luke Skywalker for him to carry on his training. But I don't know, guys. My 2 cents on this is that people need to just stop with the whole The Last Jedi thing. Look, at the end of the day, I didn't like the film. I have no intention of ever buying it on DVD. Just being honest, just putting that out there. But at the same time, let's just say, for example, I loved The Last Jedi, okay? Right? And I thought it was the best Star Wars movie out there ever, right? And I read this. I wouldn't think anything bad of that, because I was just going to myself, well, okay, I loved it. I loved how his character turned out, but he obviously thinks different. That's all I would read into that. I'm not going to go on and have this whole, argument, war, Star Wars fan reaction. It's insane. And this is the thing, like with other things like Game of Thrones, Star Trek, anything, you're going to always get divided with the fans. The fans are going to be divided at some point, right? I mean, like, look at the last final season of Game of Thrones, and people still go on and on about that. It ain't going to change the last season. But it's okay to have an opinion, but to go on for all these years since The Last Jedi. But what I will say is, The Last Jedi, I have never seen fans so divided. And the fact that people are still going on about it and still crying about it, I just think people need to get something better to do with themselves. I do. At the end of the day, it is what it is. And that was just a nice, heartfelt thing that Peyton Reed had sent to him, and showed an old photograph, and I was going to say Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill wrote back to him. I don't see the problem. Do you know what I mean? And another thing that I want to read that Mark Hamill said in an interview with the New York Times. He said, "That's the hard part. You don't want to admit how possessive you've become. There are times where you go, really? There's what they think of Luke. I'm not only in disagreement, I'm insulted. But that's the process, and you thrash it all out." Okay? So this isn't new news. He's been saying things like this for a long, long time. And then there's people, that don't like Mark Hamill and don't want him to be anything to do or anywhere near Star Wars, even as, Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian now, because of his political views and things as well like that. That's all going on, apparently, on Twitter as well. To be honest, obviously I don't go on Twitter as much as others are for all these wars, but I'm not political like that. My channel's not political. At the end of the day, I follow Mark Hamill because I love Luke Skywalker and I like him as an actor. Voices the Joker. He's a cool dude, but I don't care about his political views. Whatever he wants to do, that's his business at the end of the day. I'm not a political channel. There's people saying, Star Wars channels, I'm not going to mention names, but are coming out and saying, I no longer want him to have anything to do with Star Wars because of his political beliefs. Anyways, I don't know what they're expecting. Are they expecting a different CGI face or something for season 3 of The Mandalorian? I'm a bit confused by that, guys, to be perfectly honest. But what are your 2 cents on this, guys? Do you think that there was a problem with what Mark Hamill said? I can't believe this is a thing. And 3 days later, people are still going on and on and on and saying really horrible things to Mark Hamill and trying to force him to apologise to Rian Johnson. He's nothing to apologise for, in my opinion. Anyways, guys, a tweet's a tweet at the end of the day. But let me know all your thoughts and opinions, and thank you so much for watching. And until my next video, may the force be with you. Bye, guys.